This is Mark with Right Line Trading, and this is our evening newsletter. Starting with this disclaimer that all signals and trading opportunities that we provide are for educational demonstration purposes only. Everyone should understand that participating in the markets involves substantial risk, and a person can lose a substantial amount of money. You can always carefully consider your financial position prior to trading and never risk more than you can afford to lose. Now, the stock I'd like to bring to your attention today is Upwork. It is a platform that brings together freelancers or e-lancers from around the world to aggregate in this single area, and they provide really a tremendously diverse array of services, from internet technology to proofreading to JPEG formation. Essentially, almost anything that you need done for your business can be done on Upwork. And normally you can get it done fairly cheaply because you're looking at talent that's located all the way across the world, from Pakistan to the Philippines, and a lot of really superlative freelancers are relatively cheap for the tremendously talented product that they provide you. Now, technically, Upwork is really setting up for a nice move up. You can see off the right edge, the software has created this consolidation box, and we've got this pop out of the box. Now, that is our most conservative, classical signal for a upward move on a stock, and that is the stock moves sideways. We see it in consolidation, and it not only pops out with all these green lines below, this representing our correlative markets, our multi-time frame assessment of Laguerre momentum, order flow, and then our triple screen assessment of trend. We know that this is most likely an institutionally driven trade to the upside. So I think it would be very, very, very advantageous to take a long position on Upwork. Now, what really provides Upwork with a great amount of leverage is that it's a platform that tends to do well as in an inflationary environment where companies need to save money because they can get great talent at a premium off of Upwork. Now, Upwork is coming off of a big retracement down. It's formed a really nice base here at $17.85, and it's popped up to 22. It still has an enormous amount of room to the upside. Its 52-week high was $64.49, so it has a lot of upside potential. Now I want to move to a longer time frame to give you an idea of how it looks, and let's move to we'll look to a daily. And we're going to go back on the daily. Not 1 year. Let's go back 6 months. Let's squeeze it up. Actually, let's go back further than 6 months. Well, actually, here's its high. Come all the way down, and here's where it's basing, right here, 1785. It's off its low. Now, Upwork earnings have been good. They have not been stellar. They have not really crushed their earnings report, but I anticipate at least for them to meet or slightly beat expectations moving out into the future. I think the stock on a technical level has great upside potential. Getting in right now at a 23 or $24 call position is relatively inexpensive. In fact, it's quite inexpensive. And you really have very, very little downside. Even on the daily on a 6-month, you can see it's got that consolidation box. Now, there's no pop yet. That pop should be coming. So I strongly recommend a long position on Upwork right here at around 23 to 24. I would take a slightly out of the money call position. It gives you the opportunity for a nice asymmetric profit on a small risk and moves through the strike and then heads up. You have tremendous reward. If we go back to the other chart, which I'm sorry about that, you can see we have two weak levels of resistance, but actually the major level of resistance is going to occur right around here. At around 28. I mean, that's where we're going to see its first level of major resistance. So we got to move from about 23 all the way to 28, pretty free and clear, and hopefully we can even get a move higher. So look to Upwork for a nice long position. You're looking for terrific reward on very, very, very little risk. I would take this position out about 90 days or so, and the premium on the contract should be very small. I checked, open interest is good. There's decent liquidity, and it's a nice position. Everyone have a wonderful evening, and I look forward to talking with you tomorrow.